Hi there, everybody. In order to celebrate International Brother and Sister Day, what we have decided to do is a Q&A with our two founders, the founder of CNC Search, Lucy Chamberlain, and the founder of Altus Partners, Edward Chamberlain, who,
Hello.
shock, happen to be brother and sister. So we thought that what we'd do is give you a bit of an insight into what they're like as individual people. It's not going to be particularly business related. So to give you an overview of who they are in a professional sense, Edward founded Altus Partners, a search firm based purely on private equity in 2009, which, as we all know, was just at the height of the financial crisis. So it's either a testament to Edward's resilience or his insanity, but seeing that the business has come on leaps and bounds since then, doesn't just work in London, have expanded their operations to both Africa and Europe, clearly was the right decision. So well done, Edward. And Lucy has over 20 years experience in recruitment, but 6 years ago, stepped away and set up CNC Search. We are an office support specialist, but alongside that, Lucy has also added many strings to her bow, including being a TV presenter. She has also been on the panel for many awards and has quite recently won most singing speaker at the Female Speakers Conference. So well done to you. Right, so I'm just going to go straight in and just start asking you both some questions that we have come up with as a business. Everyone, they don't know what these questions are, so they are quite nervous, as you can see.
Nervous, actually.
Good. We're going to go through. I think what we wanted to do is make sure that this isn't just about, you as professionals, it's about you as individuals. So, are you ready?
Yeah.
Great. Question 1. What attracted you both to recruitment rather than the plethora of industries that are out there?
So for me, I literally landed in it by accident. 22 years ago, it wasn't really a career that people pursued in the same way they do now. It wasn't really held in the same regard. And I walked into an agency and they offered me a job. And I thought, this sounds quite good. I was actually a PA at the time. For a big oil and gas company called Burlington Resources, and I was a terrible PA, but somehow I still used that experience, I guess, as a foundation to know what does and doesn't work as a PA, and in recruitment it's been invaluable, that exposure, definitely.
I think closely related to actually Lucy getting me into recruitment, but I studied architecture, paid my way through university with a plethora of jobs, but including sales, and found that I was quite good at sales, and I definitely wasn't going to be the best architect. So I kind of had visions of me designing sort of toilets for kind of low-class house builders. So as a destitute student and thinking what next, Lucy actually suggested that I should give recruitment a go, and similarly sort of walked into the offices of a recruitment firm in Holborn, was offered the job right there and then. Thought all my Christmases had come once, accepted, and here I am now, sort of 15, 16 years later.
Yay! Amazing. Ed, we'll get you to answer the next question first. What would you say is the secret to yours and Lucy's working relationship?
Trust. An easy one. I've had situations before where that hasn't been present in a partnership, and it means that you're constantly second guessing what might or might not happen. But the best thing is that myself and Lucy know that we implicitly trust each other's motivations. We share the same kind of goals and ethos. And so we can focus 100% on driving the business forward rather than worrying about the other person, basically. So trust.
For me, it's all of the things that Ed has mentioned, but also absolute respect. I think we have such amazing mutual respect, and I think that that's such an incredible foundation for things like trust and everything else. But when things have been tough, which inevitably they are in business, I think that we're also able to be entirely open and honest with one another. And I think that too, you have to feel totally safe with someone, don't you, to be open and honest with them about, the deepest, darkest parts of your thought process, and that's what I've had with Edward, and I hope that he has with me too. But I think that that's been the foundation for a strong working relationship.
Following on from that, Lucy, how do yourself and Ed go about managing the situation where you've both got a common goal but maybe different ideas on how to get there?
I think we've progressed a lot in that area. I think there were times when one of us might back down rather than put our point across because we didn't quite know how to communicate what we were thinking in a way that wasn't going to trigger the other person or make them feel in some way they hadn't been heard or listened to. And I think now actually we talk it through and we take time to consider things. There's definitely times when I felt really passionate about something, but actually Ed's counter argument or counter point of view in the end is absolutely the right one. It's being able to hear that and consider things gently and also look after the other person's feelings whilst you're doing so. So yeah, we hear each other out, and I think we think about it before making a final decision.
Ed, next question for you. What would you say is the attribute that you find most inspirational about Lucy?
Her purpose and drive to fulfill that purpose. So Lucy has a very, very strong sense of what she wants to achieve within her industry, and how she can differentiate herself and truly bring and give something back to the industry she's so passionate about. So all of that purpose comes together. It's really come together from day one. So everything from creating communities to having the right message for the people that Lucy's working with. Yeah, everything's absolutely spot on and keeps evolving and growing. So it's absolutely that purpose, I would say.
Lucy, how do you go about striking the balance between family time and business time when you are brother and sister and business partners?
I think it's a challenge, isn't it? It's a challenge for any working parent, and it's just as much of a challenge for Ed as it is for me. And it's carving out time that's exclusively belongs to your family. So at the moment, for example, because when this is being recorded, we're in the middle of COVID, but at the moment I have an hour at lunchtime that's absolutely Chloe's time. And I don't take my phone downstairs, I don't do anything, I'm fully present just with her, because otherwise I get distracted, and nothing in an hour is going to happen that I can't deal with at the end of the hour. And she also has an hour in the evening where I give her the same time. And I think that doesn't sound like a lot, but actually is undivided attention without your mobile, without anything else. She gets a lot of value from that time. And so it's making sure that you do what you can, that you explain to your children why you're working hard and what it's about, involve them in it. So it's making sure that she understands what I'm doing and why, but definitely carving out exclusive time where I don't look at the phone is for me that a really good way to find some balance.
You have a tween, Ed, it's slightly different for you as you have much younger children. Are there any differences that you find, or maybe any strategies and tactics you have to put into place to make sure you strike that balance as well?
I think if I'm honest, listening to my wife and
good idea.
Getting feedback. So she appreciates that I want to work hard and succeed, being honest. But equally, I need to hear from her, and it's good. I would suggest this for anyone, to be self-aware and appreciate you're not going to get everything right. But if you're open to listening about the bits that maybe you could improve upon, then you'll get more right than you will wrong. So we talk about it a lot, and again, like Lucy, try to allocate time where I'm fully present, because also I'm quite focused when I'm working. So I know if I'm in work mode, I'm not really there with them, and I can't do the two at the same time. So yeah, just having moments when we can do things together. For example, this weekend I'm doing this 5K challenge with my daughter, and it's just going to be one-on-one, and it'll be a really nice time to kind of go and talk and chat, if she's got any breath.
That is adorable. And because, of course, this is recruitment related, we'll close off with the final question being a recruitment related one. From both of you individually, how confident are you that the recruitment market will return after we've come out of this COVID pandemic?
Yeah, I started in recruitment in 2002, so that was the tech bubble bursting initially, as it did the first time, and so I've been through that. I've been through 2008, and obviously now this. Recruitment is cyclical anyway, and obviously whilst this is a big blow, it absolutely will return. There's no doubt about it. And a positive for us is often when markets are really good, there's lots of very bad recruiters in them giving very poor advice. So if anything, hopefully there'll be a few less of those when we come back. And the people who are actually genuinely committed to doing what I love and I'm really passionate about, which is helping people find jobs. Hopefully there'll be, that message gets out louder and clearer, because there's that sort of renewed sense of purpose within what we're doing.
Gosh, I mean, 1,000% it's going to come back. It's one of the most, if you are a good recruiter, the skills that go into this job in terms of matching people on so many different levels to the needs of a client and vice versa requires there's such intricacies and nuances, and it's a really, really wonderful profession, and one I'm so proud to be part of. So I know how in demand talent will always be in a very fast-paced market that we now live in. You know, we live in this globalized industry that's so fast-moving, and finding the right talent to fulfill those needs that are ever evolving will always be there. And so fantastic recruiters like ourselves will always be needed. I can't wait. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like when we come out the other side.
Thank you very much for answering the questions. This is the end of part 1. As I mentioned, this is a 3-part series. So guys, if you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to comment on our socials. You can find us on LinkedIn at CNC Search and on Instagram at CC Search, and Altus Partners, you can find them on LinkedIn at Altus Partners, and we'll see you at the next episode.